right, welcome back everybody. Here we go. It's week 1. We all get to start from scratch, see how we did, see how the drafts went, and yeah, let's kick it off. So, because we have no standings or anything to go through, no one's spent any fab yet, so there's nothing going on there. So I thought I'd just jump right in, go through the matchups. Quite a few of them. There's some of these teams I really haven't done a deep dive on, so I might have a little extra player discussion in there. I have no idea. So, like I said, I'm going to hop right in, and as always, we start with my matchup because that's the one at the top of the list every time. So, okay, so we'll see. We had our game last night. We had Dallas versus Philadelphia. Both Wayne and I had players playing yesterday. I had Jake Ferguson. 5 receptions for 23 yards, and Wayne had Saquon Barkley, 60 rushing yards, 1 rushing TD, and 4 yards reception. So he's got a bit of a lead at 18.4 to 7.3. We both finished a little under projection, so they still have me as the favorite there. Wayne dropped by about 0.7, I dropped by about 1.5. So still favored for now. I don't have a kicker in yet. That's still, I was hoping maybe Mims would end up on the IR this week. Not IR, sorry, just out this week. And then maybe I could sneak a kicker in there. But both guys ended up being healthy, him and Hollywood Brown. So I'm going to have to drop somebody along the way here. Probably the last guy I picked up there, Woody Marks, will probably be who I end up dropping. But we'll see. Otherwise, I like my team with Chase, Thomas, Hollywood Brown, Pacheco. Today we got Igbuka, James Cook, Marvin Harrison Jr. So I really like the players I have. They're all got good potential every week. I think kind of the projections on your screen there are a good average for those guys. So I think I should do well. I do like Wayne's team too, with Lamar, Waddle, Hunter, Shaheed maybe a little bit lower down than the depth chart, but I still think he's pretty good. We got Jordan Mason, Kittle, Jalen Warren, Tucker Kraft, Curtis Samuel he threw in there the other day, and then kicker and defense. So like I said, it's got me favored by about 8.5 points now. I always hate calling myself to win because I feel like that's what jinxed me, but I am going to pick myself to win this one. Like I said, I'm projected right now by 8.5. I don't have a kicker in there, so that's at least another maybe 6 or 7 points. So that's kind of got me about a 15-point live projection kind of difference. So Barkley was the one I was worried about, especially when they started off the game there yesterday. I think he had about 16 of those points in the first half. So happy that worked out for me. Otherwise, we'll see how it goes. I think I'll sneak this one out maybe by about 10 points or so is my guess, maybe a little more. But I am going to take myself to win this one. Okay, next up we have the Buddies, Jay and Adam versus Jeremy. The Buddies are currently projected to win 183 to 160, we'll call it 162, over Jeremy. Only the Buddies had a player yesterday. They had Dallas Goedert, who got 7 receptions for 44 yards, so 11.4 points. So that boosted him up a little bit. They're favored 64-36 there. Okay. Looking down the Buddies here, we got Kyler, Jefferson, Evans, Metcalf, Achane. Hopefully, still questionable here. What do they got? Looks like he's on track to play. So he's got a big 20 points there projection, so that's huge. He's got McMillan, Judy, Pollard. That's pretty good. Jeremy, we got Daniels, McConkey, JSN, Pearsall, Hubbard, Harvey, Bowers, Braylon Allen, Josh Downs, Darnell Mooney. Oh, bench. Am I missing any bench? No, they're pretty much the bench guys. I do like the Buddies there with having Keenan Allen and Jacoby Myers on the bench. I think that'll be all right for those guys too. I think their depth is better overall than Jeremy's. I think Jeremy, once he gets to the bottom of his flexes, it gets a little bit less, maybe floor players. These are guys who could go off any week, like Allen, Downs, or Mooney. But I think Jeremy, with his receivers and the flex and Pollard, and then his bench, he's just got a little bit better team. I don't know if it'll be a 22-point victory, but I do think the Buddies will win. Probably maybe 15 to 20 points. I do like their team that much better. I just think overall, they're a better team. I mean, hey, anything can happen. Look at AJ Brown yesterday, got like a 1.5, right? So even though Achan's got 20 points there, maybe he's 10, maybe he's banged up, maybe he's not playing the whole game, so maybe it brings it down a bit. But I think overall, this one will definitely go to the Buddies. Okay, next up we have Rob and Dave. Both of them had players going yesterday. Rob was 156.89 to 156.24. So that was pretty close. So now Rob's got the slight advantage at 153 to 147. So Rob had AJ Brown going yesterday with the 1.8 points, but he had Javonte Williams in there, and his 2 touchdowns got him 20.4 points. So that almost made up for the difference in projection there. And then Dave, unfortunately, with Pickens, only had 3 receptions for 30 yards. So that was a little bit behind projection as well. So Rob is currently favored because of the nice bounce back by Williams there to help out Brown. Just kind of looking through it here. I mean, on Rob, I like McCarthy. But we got Amon-Ra, we got Diggs, I don't know about Jacobson, Kamara, and Hawkinson should be okay. Shakir should be good. Jaden Reed, I don't know. He's currently listed as questionable. He was back out in the practice field. But who knows? They got lots of receivers there, so maybe they don't play him quite as much. David, Drake May, Neighbors, Ridley, Taylor, Tracy Ingram, Dobbins, Tillman, Palmer. Not bad. Not quite as strong as Dave's teams normally are, but you never know. He's got Sampson and Caleb Johnson there on the bench, which might help him out as the season goes on. But for this week, torn on this one. I agree. I think it's a close. Kind of. I'm gonna give this one to Rob. Sorry, just overall, his team's a little better. I don't think much better. I'm not saying my team's better or anything. I'm just saying in this instance, I think it's a little bit better for Rob in this matchup. Pickens hurt Dave. I mean, AJ Brown obviously hurt Rob as well, but yeah, I'm gonna give this one to Rob. Okay, halfway through, moving along to our championship game from last year, which is Dallas versus Tom. Excuse me. Tom had 3 players yesterday. He had Dak, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith. Dallas had Dallas's kicker, Aubrey, in there, and Jalen Hurts. I felt bad for Tom in this one. Dallas would be moving the ball, and then Javonte would run it in. So Dak, missed out on those touchdowns there, which, as you see, only got him 7.8 points. CD does what CD does, and too bad he couldn't get a touchdown there, because that would have been a huge day for Tom. He could have got that nice stack in there. Devonta Smith had 3 receptions for 16 yards. Low week there. It seemed to be running was the play. Maybe that's all Dallas gave them. I don't know. But Jalen Hurts, only had 152 passing yards, 62 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns, right? So he did his work on the ground and got Dallas 23 points there. So that got him a little bit over projection. Dallas is still favored. He was favored by about 9 points. Now he's favored by almost 40. So that game really hurt Tom, but it's early. He's got guys like Debo who could get a couple of touchdowns, Chase Brown, James Conner, Tyler Warren, Trevon Henderson. He's got some good players there. Dallas with Sutton, Nico, Puka, Kenneth Walker, O'Marion Hampton. I mean, it's no slouch either, right? So, but given this, how yesterday's game was, too bad for Tom that Dallas just couldn't get some touchdowns through the air. And I think that is why Dallas is going to beat Tom. Okay, next up we have Ty versus Richard. Ty is at 154.5. Richard's at 151 and approximately a half. Both guys had no one going yesterday. No one really on the bench here. You could maybe swap in, but so I think these rosters look pretty good. Ty's got Allen, Worthy, Golden, Wilson, Genty, Irving, Laporta, Bill, Krosky, Merritt, Tank Bigsby, Cal Pitts. Sorry, that's just around the monitor. We got Goff, London, Pittman, Olave, Ramondre, Tootin, McBride, Zay, DJ Moore, Jameson Williams for Richard. Kind of like a couple of those players at the top, like Goff and London. Pittman, I'm unsure. Olave, I'm unsure. Ramondre, I'm unsure. Tootin, I'm unsure this early. But then here the rest of it, like McBride, Flowers, DJ Moore, Jameson Williams, I like those players better. But for Ty, like I like Allen, Worthy, Golden, Wilson, Genty, Irving, Laporta, and then the next section there with Bill Krosky, we got Tank Bigsby, Kyle Pitts. Those are all the unknowns. So they got it close. I do think it'll be close, but I think Richard's going to win this game, to tell you the truth. You know, Ty's got a few rookies in there. Maybe they don't quite perform week one. Richard's got a little bit more balanced overall team in terms of veterans, so maybe that helps. Got some good matchups where maybe there's some touchdowns getting thrown. So I think Richard's going to win. I think it's going to be pretty much the flip-flop of the score, like, 3 points for Richard in his way, but I think this one's going to Richard. Okay, and the last one we got here is Jen versus Sunil. Sunil was favored by 12 points. Now he's favored by about 5. And that's because Philly defense only got 9 points to their projected 15. So not much of a difference there, but maybe one that closes the gap for Jen a little bit. For Sunil, he's got Mahomes, Higgins, Adams, McLaurin, Henry, Swift, Andrews, McCaffrey, ETN, Demario Douglas. Jen's got Burrow, Hill, Cup, Jennings, Gibbs, Hall, Juanu, Montgomery Jones Sr., Algier. Any bench players maybe? Maybe, hard to say. I kind of like his starting ones. The only one maybe, no, I don't even know if I would do Dobbs over Douglas. Maybe not yet, but anyway, yeah, Burrow. I like Burrow over Mahomes. I think the receiving cores are roughly even here in my mind, so I think that'll balance out. I do like Sunil's running backs a little more. I'm not a big Breece Hall fan, but we'll see how that season goes. Sunil's got a little better tight end, possibly. Flex is kind of looking... Well, if McCaffrey's got a calf injury now, and then we got ETN could split with Bigsby, Demario Douglas, it's the unknown of Drake May in year 2. And then Algier could be just the backup this year to Bijan, so who knows there as well. And then Monty and Jones, if they're like last year, that they should be all right. So I think based on that, I think I've talked myself into Sunil winning. Probably, close like this says, 5-6 points, probably less than 10 is my guess. So I'm going to give this one to Sunil. Okay, so quick run through. I picked myself to win, then I picked the buddies to beat Jeremy, I picked Rob to beat Dave, I picked Dallas to beat Tom. I pick Richard to beat Ty, and then I pick Sunil to beat Jen. So good luck to everybody for week 1, and let's see who is on the top half of the standings next week. Talk to you later. Bye.